the things that men see in videos, they expect from the women in their lives, and that's just not reality. No one is going to be that perfect. No one is going to do those acts on a Wednesday night with the person they love.
We are doing completely unrealistic acts involving a goat in a chandelier and 6-inch heels that no one does at home. So porn fosters insecurity because you're watching incredibly attractive people doing incredibly difficult things. And then you see the porn, and then you go look in the mirror, and you look at yourself, and you try and do the position, you're not even that flexible to get into it. Or you try and deep throat, and you can't, and you're like, wow, I suck. In that way, when people don't realize that they're looking at a fantasy.
No one has sex in the positions that we shoot in. You know, we're cheating to a camera.
What you do in porn films is not sex. I mean, I know you're being penetrated, but it's like this, you know? It's like this. I mean, that's what it feels like. It's just something occupying a chasm in your body, really. It's like this. It's like this. That's what it might as well be. There's no emotion there. There's no feeling.
We're doing is to put on a show for the viewer. It's everything that we do is for the people back home that are watching it. Something that looks good to like you guys or, you know, to somebody that's sitting watching me doesn't necessarily always feel the best for me.
Real sex is more like you have more like sexual feelings and you're more into your partner. When you're having a scene, it's like more you must show.
I am having porn sex. That is my job. I am coming in with a mindset that this is a person that I'm working with. I'm just there, you know, physically. That's it. It's a physical attraction. And technically, I don't even need that.
When you see pornography, most of the time, what you see, it's a work that it's mostly edited. So, you know, all the perfect bits are left in and all the imperfect bits are left out. And also, porn performers, we are pretty much experts in what we do. So also our job is to make things look nice. If we're not having a good time, it's our job to make it look nice and fine.
You are in front of the cameras, you have to take care of the lights, you have to take care of the position, and sometimes it's not like you don't do the things that you will do in your house. You're just doing a performance. That's the word I want to use. You are performing the sex.
Directed scenes are very different than real sex because obviously you don't have someone in your bedroom going, okay, remember the camera, okay, remember the lighting.
I didn't think you'd have to teach somebody how to have sex, but having porn sex is completely different than having real sex sometimes.
Porn is not sex education, it's entertainment.
Yes.
Right?
I tell you why, because I know people try to come up with different things that's wrong with porn. For me, the best argument against porn, and I'm going to say it even though I'm an actor, is that boys at a young age use porn as a form of sexual education, right? So then they have sex with a girl, right? And then the way they see Rocco or somebody, and the poor girl's like, oh, Jesus, this is sex? God.
Porn is one of the leading contributors to premature ejaculation, delayed ejaculation, and erectile dysfunction in healthy men. Not only that, but it also messes with your motivation to go get laid, can keep you single, can keep you complacent, and can leave you in a cycle of shame where you feel depressed about your usage or you feel like you have to hide this part of your life. Or you might even find yourself craving more and more novelty, leading you to look at things that previously made you feel icky and uncomfortable and are taboo or maybe even illegal, and you just don't want to be the guy who's addicted to internet porn. I totally get that. I advocate for all of my private clients and all of the men in my Come When You Want, Last Longer masterclass that they stop using porn.
Almost all, if not all, the girls go to their shoots high on something, whether it's painkillers, weed, ecstasy, or cocaine. So that's why when people watch it, it looks like the performers are having a blast, but in reality, they're just disassociated and don't even want to be there. This drug thing was actually pretty foreign to me because I had never done drugs before getting in the adult industry. And even though people in the adult industry offered me drugs several times, I kept saying no with the exception of smoking and alcohol. I did, however, start turning to alcohol, and after being in the industry for a few months, I did develop an alcohol problem.
So that I could buy the drugs to bury the pain, and around it went.
I would pop as many pills as I could get my hands on and then just drink and drink and drink, trying to overdose. When I would wake up from my suicide attempts, I would get drunk, and like it was that realization that I hated who I became. I hated money, and it was killing me.
And I was devastated. I thought my life was over. Like many of the porn stars who catch non-curable diseases. STDs are rampant in the porn industry. And what's horrible is these people don't understand that even repeat infections are breaking down their immune system. After they have so many STDs, sooner or later they're going to live with the long-term health effects like I am. I'm 43 years old now. And I still have problems with my period, with my cervix. I had to have half of my cervix removed because of all of the herpes lesions. The industry does nothing more than damage lives. It damages the lives of the workers, it damages the lives of the general public, it damages the lives of the men who are viewing pornography, who are addicted to porn. These same people who are addicted to porn, they're making demands on the girls. Porn addicts go, well, I only watch a little straight porn, and then a couple of years into it, the disease progresses. Porn is a disease, not just for the workers, but for the porn addicts.
These girls who have been sex trafficked and forced into porn, and all of these stories of girls whose lives have been ruined by it, and by men who have taken advantage of them, and by contracts that they didn't even understand the jargon of.
I wasn't really thinking about what I was getting myself into. I just wanted the money and the validation that people in porn gave me. Since I did live in LA after getting into the industry, I hung out with a lot of people in the adult industry, and their stories were always the same and negative. None of them liked doing what they were doing. They were just doing it for the money, and they dreamed of getting out, doing something else, and having a normal life, like being married with kids.